What is going on, boys and girls? It's your boy Seth Minner here, and this is Seth Minner's Truth. So, first today on the agenda is we will be talking about what's going to be coming up with the channel. So, right now I kind of have I'm in the stage of figuring out what I want to do with this project and how I'm going to do it, but I'm planning on making a short film for this channel. And right now, it's only in the thought process stage. I haven't started writing the script yet or anything like that. But let y'all know that's going to be coming up sometime in the future. Also, I will be making a fan music video thing. I haven't figured out the song yet. All I have to do is figure out the song, and then I will start recording that for you guys. And so, yeah, without further ado, also forgot about this. So, once I figure out how all of it will be done, I will be going live every Saturday. So, if y'all want to tune into that, after I get everything kind of sorted out, I'll figure it out and give y'all more information in the next video of that. But it will be every Saturday. I will be going live. And it's basically just so people can see me live talking about these issues. I'll talk about whatever y'all want in the comments. Any problems that I know a lot about, I will talk about them in that videos. And yeah. Also, we are almost at 500 subscribers. We are very close. I think we're in the 480s. If not the really high 470s. So, if we can hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, then I will do a Q&A on the Sunday after we hit that after I see that 1,000 mark. I will do a live on that Sunday, and y'all can ask any questions y'all want, and there will be no off-limit questions. I will answer any questions about me, the channel, or anything y'all want to know. Alrighty, and so without further ado, let's go on to the video. So today, this video will be about bullying, and as y'all have seen on my previous videos from the compilations and me talking like this, I'm not a real big fan of bullying. It's actually what inspired this channel. Whenever I was in school, I got bullied a lot, and it caused a lot of mental stress for me, and it caused me to actually get sent to a mental hospital my junior year. And after I came back from there, it got progressively worse. And so, yeah, bullying is a topic that not a lot of people really talk about too much, but it's a really major topic. It's something very serious that our global community is experiencing really, really badly. And people just turn a blind eye to that and focus on other problems. Now, there are problems that are a little bigger than bullying, but bullying is one of the most biggest problems in the entire world, because of how often it happens and what happens due to it. So, whenever I was in school and I was doing research on this for my speech class, because I was giving a speech on bullying and how it negatively affects the community, and what I found out was the vast majority of school shootings, mental disorders, suicides, all of those, most of those happen because of bullying, and it's from the ages 5 all the way up to 18. So it's mostly minors and children. So, that's a really, really big problem. Because there could be somebody who could be one of the best future presidents for the United States, or one of the most impactful person. It could be somebody from the 5 years old who could end up as big and as big as like Mr. Beast. And they might end up committing suicide, and we would never know what that person could achieve because he committed suicide because of bullying. And our world does not see that as a big deal. Like, whenever I was in school, the principals would always side it off. My aunt had to call the superintendent multiple times for something to be done with me. And it got to the point to where I was so sick of it that I took matters into my own hands, which I don't recommend people doing. But I would always handle the situation to myself. It got to where I didn't trust the principals at all. So I didn't trust the principals. I didn't trust some teachers either. I only really trusted specific teachers and the counselors. Those are the only people I went and talked to. I stopped going to the principal completely. If I was going to the principal, I was going to tell him either you're doing this or I'm doing this, and you might end up losing your job. And then he would do something about it. Because I am the type of person who will take action, and I'm not the type of person who can just sit around and let something like that happen. And so, like, people need to be more aware of bullying. It's a major issue that affects all of us. And not a lot of people see it as a big issue. And it mostly happens within, like, bullying most happens to people like me who weren't really into the popular things. I was a major theater kid. I was a major theater nerd as a kid. I loved music. I loved theater. My favorite thing was musicals. Like, even as a kid, before I even realized I enjoyed theater, I loved musicals. I loved plays. I loved everything about it. I was always looking up stuff with Shakespeare. I was doing all types of stuff that, theater kids do. They look up plays, all of that. And when I made it to high school, I found out I actually loved theater, and ended up getting bullied a lot because I wasn't really into sports. I didn't want to be in sports. I didn't have any type of interest in it whatsoever. It's just not something that interests me. I love video games, theater, music, that type of stuff. Drawing. Whenever I was a kid, I wanted to be an animator. And I was really good at drawing. But so a lot of that stuff I was interested in wasn't really the popular thing. Yes, some music was popular, but not the music I was interested in. Like, and I'm still interested in these today. I like K-pop, country, rock, all that type of stuff. I don't really like too much rap music. The rap music I listen to, it has a very deep meaning, and like, I don't really listen to them that much. But basically, don't sit there and pick on somebody because of what they like or how they are. If you don't like how somebody is, then just straight up don't be around them. Don't hang out with them. Don't do anything to hurt their morale. Like, that is one of the worst things you can do to a person. Because if a person's mentality, if you damage their mentality, that's the worst thing you can do. Because you've basically broken them at that point. That's why a lot of people end up with depression, anxiety, and all that type of stuff, because their mentality is broken. And I can say this, it takes a very long time for that mentality to be fixed again. It won't be fixed completely. It will never be fixed completely. But it takes a long time for it to start to progress and get fixed. Me, I still don't do good around large crowds due to my anxiety and due to my depression and all that. I like to stay inside in my room by myself. Now, I've kind of come out a little more. I can hang around a medium-sized crowd pretty good without feeling anxious or anything. If I'm around somebody I know, then I'm also pretty good. I mostly latch onto them and follow them around a lot. But that's with large crowds. With medium-sized crowds, I can pretty much go with somebody I know, feel comfortable, and walk off and do my own thing. Small crowds, I do even better. As long as it's like one person that I know is in that small crowd, then I'm pretty good. But for a long time, I couldn't even really do that anymore. Whenever I would come home, I was always talking about how I wanted to kill myself and how all this stuff was happening. And when my aunt was called the principal, he would just tell her, they're just kids being kids. And so my aunt had to call the superintendent a few times. Whenever the superintendent would show up, then the principal would do his job. My sister even had to go through this. So with her, she had walked from the schoolhouse back to my aunt's house, which is who we lived with at the time. She walked there. It took her 3 hours. My aunt was out of town grocery shopping while we were at school. And when my aunt pulled up, she'd seen my sister sitting on the porch. And she asked my sister what she was doing, and she said she walked home from school because they weren't doing anything about the people bullying her. Well, when my aunt dropped her back off at the schoolhouse, they didn't know anything. The clerk at the front desk didn't even know she walked out the front of the school. Because that's what she did. She walked out of the front of the school right past the front desk clerk. And they didn't do anything about it. Like, she didn't even pay any attention to her. That is a major risk. My sister could have got kidnapped in between the time she walked out of the front door and made it home. Because they didn't even know that she was gone. Like, I think 3 or 4 periods had passed by before they got the notice that she had just showed up back to the schoolhouse with my aunt, and nothing happened. And so they were pleading with my aunt not to call the news, which my aunt eventually didn't, but I believe that my aunt really should have, and made it a real big deal that they got fired, because that was not cool at all. After that day, that made me lose all trust and principles and most authoritative figures because of that one incident. And cops as well. Like, I just recently lost almost all hope for police because of what happened with my father. And all of that. So that's why all of that is what inspired me to make this channel. To let you guys know that y'all are welcome here. Y'all can share y'all stories. I love, love, love seeing that y'all are open about y'all stories in the comments. It absolutely warms my heart. And in the comments that other people leave on y'all stories, that is perfect. Like, I love the community I have here. I love that everybody feels like they have a safe place. And also, these Saturday lives, it's also another way for people to share themselves emotionally and open up a little bit. Basically, it's just another way to help people know that there are people there who are for them and is on their side fighting. And even though you don't know these people, they're still wishing the best for you. Because I don't know any of my subscribers or anybody that watches my videos, but I'm going to say this now. All of y'all hold a special place in my heart. I love all of y'all. Y'all all are awesome people. I love the community that I have in my videos. And with all of that, remember, Saturday Night Lives, I will figure out more of what I'm going to do with those. And so, and 1,000 subscribers, I will do a live on that Sunday, a Q&A live. And if that's it, this is Seth Ministries signing out. Peace.